So welcome to digital system design subject. So here in the module, the analysis and design of the combinational logic. So to before going to analyze analysis and design of the combinational logic, first we need to recap or first we need to revise. So what is a combinational circuits and why it is required and all those things. Okay, so now basically what is the digital circuit? So digital circuit is the one which will work in the means with a binary information, means which will work on the basis of binary information that we call as a the zeros and one. Okay, with 0 and 1 information, so the digital system will be designed. So compared to the analog, so as it has only the two states, so it is very easy to design and to understand and also to design, understand and modify the designs for all the things. It will be very easy because it's a means accurate compared to the analog. So analog is the signal which will vary continuously with time, but here in digital it is with respect to, means it will work in discrete times. At particular times we will get the values, not continuously. So the value will be accurate, easy, and even design, everything is uh, much better than the analog systems. So now in digital systems we have two main categories. One we call as the combinational logic, one more we call as a sequential logic. So now we are dealing with the combinational. So combinational logic is a, so as we are seeing here, the combinational logic is a digital circuit basically which consists of the basic gates and performs a specific function. Okay, so it is basically the digital circuit which consists of, made up of the basic gates and performs the specific function. Okay, suppose if there are n number of input variables and m number of the output variables, so that we are seeing with the block diagram here. If there are n, that is 0 to n, x we are taking here, x naught to xn are inputs, and if they are y naught to ym are outputs. If there are n number of inputs and m number of outputs are there. Okay, and this is a system. So this we calling as a system. So system has some inputs and some outputs. Okay, if we are calling this as a combinational system, okay, in that case what it will be there? So the outputs, so what are the outputs are there? It is only depending on the present inputs. Okay, it is depending on the present means it will work based on the present values of the inputs, not on the past inputs or past outputs. Okay, because there is no feedback here. Okay, we don't have any feedback from the output to input, we don't have feedback. Okay, so this system we call as the combinational. The output is always depending on the present inputs. Okay, so mathematically we can call as, means the y is equal to f of x, means y is a function of x. Okay, so as we are seeing in the note also, no feedback from output to inputs here. So this, the system like this which has inputs and outputs and which is always depending on the present inputs, that we call as the combinational. Whereas a sequential, so it is the outputs are fed back to the inputs through memory elements, means the previous out, means the outputs will be stored in the memory elements, so that again it will be given as inputs. Okay, they considered as inputs. So that system we call as the sequential. Okay, so in combinational it is basically the made up of the basic gates, like basic gates in the sense AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate, NAND, NOR, XOR, XNOR, all the basic gates we will use to construct the digital circuits. So now what is the sequence? So now if you come to the design part of, so what is the flow in the combinational circuits? Okay, so whatever may be the design, first we should have the problem statement, means what exactly the problem is. Okay, for example, if you want to add the two numbers, okay, so adding the two numbers is a problem here. Okay, so adding two numbers is a statement, addition of two numbers. So how many bits and all those things, that is later, but addition of two numbers is a statement. Then once we know the statement, then from that statement we need to construct the behavior of the system, means what exactly we want. Okay, so if you want adder here, so 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 are the input, then sum and carry are the outputs. Okay, sum 0 carry 0, and here sum 1 carry 0, sum 1 carry 0, and carry sum 0 carry 1. So like this we need to know the behavior of the system with respect to the problem statement. Once we know behavior, or we can truth table, then from the truth table we need to construct the, means we need to write the equations, the Boolean equations. Then that Boolean equations we can simplify through the K-map or the Quine-McCluskey methods. Okay, so why we need to simplify? So if we simplify, then the design will be less, the components usage will be less, area will be reduced. Okay, so lot of advantages are there. So we need to simplify. After simplification, then block diagram. Okay, so like whatever we are seeing now, like we need to write the block diagram. So which are the, how many blocks are used for this design, then each individual block we need to replace with the design or the logic circuit by using the basic gates. So this is the flow of the combinational logic design, means the general design. Problem statement, truth table, means convert statement into the behavioral or truth table, then convert truth table into equations, simplify equations, block diagram, and logic circuit. The next, once we know the design and the definition of the combination circuits, then we need to know some of the terminologies in digital systems. Okay, so what are the terminologies? First is literal. Literal in the sense the variables. Okay, it can be x and x dash. So x dash in the sense inward complement of the x. Literal, so that is the variable, it can be input or output. Then product term. Product term in the sense what are the variables what we are seeing here, what are the variables what we are seeing, x bar, z and xy, means these are the variables. In between the variables the relation is product here, means it is nothing but x dot y bar dot z. So in between the variables there is a dot, so that we can call as a product. Okay, similarly sum term, means between the variables the relation is OR operation, that is x plus y, OR operation. Okay, that we call as a sum term. Then sum of products, means there is a sum of the products. There are three products what we are writing here. Okay, the sum of products means the equation can be represented in the form of sum of products. So short form we call as a SOP. Similarly product of sums, so in between terms there is a product, that we call as a POS, product of sum. Similarly we have some more the terms. Min term. Min term is a one, it is similar to the product term. The only thing is in the product term it can be, suppose if there are three variables x y z, product term we can write as xy. Okay, but if you come to the min term, it consists of all the variables, means for example if it has three variables, there are three variables, then the term should contain all the three variables. It can be complement or whatever it may be, so it should show all the three the variables here. Okay, then canonical. Similarly like SOP, as I told, the SOP can have, means the each term, it doesn't mean that it contain, means there is no rule that it must contain all the variables. So you can see here xy plus x y bar z plus x dash z dash, all the terms doesn't contain all the variables. But if you call canonical SOP, then it will have x bar yz plus x bar y z bar plus xyz, means all the variables are there. So this kind of representation we call as the canonical SOP or canonical POS if it is OR. Okay, the example for that we can see here. This is SOP, A bar B plus AC bar plus BBC. By seeing this one, we know that there are three variables totally A, B, C. But in SOP we don't have each term has all the variables. But if you take canonical, A bar B C plus A B bar C bar plus A bar A B C bar. So like this it has all the variables. Similarly for the POS we can see. Okay, so this is the difference between SOP and canonical SOP. Then there is some more term, the don't care. Don't care we will represent as the X. So the meaning of that is that can be considered either 0 or 1. So depending upon the situation. Means if you go for the K-map reduction, means in that while grouping the bits, if 3 bits are there and one more, we can take it as a don't care. If there is a don't care, okay, so don't care, and this one while grouping we can consider either 0 or 1 based on the situation. Okay, so that we call as a don't care terms. Okay, then the how with the truth table. So similarly earlier what I have shown, okay, this is the truth table for half adder here. So A, B are the inputs. If there are two inputs, then the 4 combinations, that is basically if n equal to 2, then 2 raised to n combinations. If n is 2, then 2 raised to n is 2, so 2 raised to 2 is 4. The 4 combinations will come. So 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. So outputs sum and carry. So this is the truth table for half adder. Means the statement is addition of the two numbers, two values, each of 1 bit. So now here this is the how it should behave. So this is the truth table. Okay, then okay, after truth table, then what I told. So after truth table we need to convert this truth table into equations. Okay, convert truth table into equations. So there are means as I told, this is two variable. Okay, the input S is equal to one equation and C is equal to one equation will come. Then S is consist of okay, I have not written here the equation for S and C, but if it is two variables, then we call as two variable equation. If it is three variables like A, B, C as input and maybe X and Y are outputs, then it is a three variable equation. So like this, what is the truth table is there, that we need to convert into truth table. How to write the truth table already means we have seen, means as you are in third semester, so in the basic electronics or previous semester we know how to convert the truth table into the equations. So it is basically the SOP and POS equations you can write. For example, okay, we can see for as it is simple. So for S we can write it here only, S equal to wherever 1 is there. So wherever 1 is there, first one, so that is A bar B plus second one, that is A B bar. Okay, A bar B plus A B bar. So this is the equation for the sum. Okay, similarly we can write for carry. So for carry what we can write? So carry is equal to only 1 1 is there. So when it is 1, whenever A and B are 1 1, so in between dot here. So this is the equation for carry. Okay, so like this we need to write the equation from the truth table. Then once we write the equation, then we need to go for the simplification. Okay, so for half adder it is not required because it is only for half adder it is not required because only two variable. Okay, as it is only one equation like A bar B plus A B bar, so that is XOR gate, so no need to require. If you go for three variables, okay, four variables, five variables, then we need to reduce the equation. Okay, by that we can reduce the size of the circuit. So for that we will use two techniques. One we call as Karnaugh map, then one we call as a Quine-McCluskey method. Okay, usually the Karnaugh map will be used for 2, 3, 4 the variables, and 5 and above variables we will use the Quine-McCluskey. So depending upon variables we can choose that one. So as I mentioned, by doing the simplification, circuit size can be reduced, it will be less complexity and easy to understand. Okay, so now let us take one example. Okay, let us take one example. So here the multiplication of two bit binary values. Okay, the multiplication of two bit binary values. So now first, before going to design or before going to write the truth table, first we need to understand the statement. First we need to understand the problem. So what is the problem here? What is the operation? Multiplication. What multiplication? 2 bit binary values. How many? 2. So now what is a 2 bit binary values? What is the meaning of that? 2 bit binary values. 2 bit in the sense there are 2 bits, means you can call as A0 and A1, 2 bits. Okay, so 2 bits. So like this, two bits, two bits in the sense there are two variables. Okay, there are two variables we can call as A and B, each of 2 bit, means this one we can call as A0 A1 and this one we call as B0 B1, means the two variables, one variable and two values, one value and second value, each of 2 bits, means A is 2 bits, B is 2 bits. So like this we need to take. So now the same thing we can see here, A and B two variables, each of A0 A1 and B0 B1. Okay, so now I am saying just giving example. If P is the output here, then 0 cross 0, 0 cross 0 is nothing but, means A into B is nothing but, if A is 0, B is 0 is nothing but A0 A1 0 0, B0 B1 0 0, totally the 4 values, that is 0 0 0 0. Similarly, if it is 3, means 3 into 3, A is 3, B is 3 in decimal, then 3 is represented in binary as 1 1 and again 3 is represented in binary as 1 1. So 3 into 3, that is 9. So 9 is represented in binary as 1 0 0 1. Okay, so now the possible combinations, how many possible combinations will be there? Okay, as we know, A is 2 bits, B is 2 bits. Okay, we can see here A is 2 bits, B is 2 bits. So there are totally the 4 inputs and 4 outputs. So how it will be? We can see here. So A is 2 bits. Sorry, can. So A is 2 bits, B is 2 bits. So when A is 0, B is 0, the product is 0. When A is 0, B is 1, 0 into 1, 0. 1, 0 into 2, 0. The same thing, okay? The same thing, what I have means given in binary, the same thing I have written in the decimal here. Okay, you can see here 0 into 0, 0 into 1 is 0, 0 into 2 is 0, 0 into 3 is 0, 1 into 0 is 0, 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into 2 into 2, 1 into 2 is 2, 1 into 3 into 3. So equivalent 3 is 0 0 1 1. Similarly, 9 is nothing but 1 0 0 1. Okay, so now this is the truth table. For the problem statement, we are writing the truth table. Okay, this is input and this is output. We are writing the truth table. From the truth table, we need to write the equation. We need to write the equation. Okay, so now this equation this equation how we are writing here is, it is summation of, means it is a SOP form, means wherever 1 is there for P0. So if you see the P0, wherever 1 is there, it's just mark. So you can see here 5, okay, for whenever input is, the value is 5, 7, 13 and 15. So wherever the value is 5, 7, 13, 15 is there, the output is 1. So it is nothing but, means this is a SOP form. Okay, 5, 7, 13, 15. Similarly, the P1 is 1 at 6, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14 and P2 is for 10, 11, 14 and P3 you can see only one value, so it is 15 here. Okay, so after simplification, so here simplification it is not done here. Okay, so we can do with the K-map or Queen-McCluskey, anything we can do. Okay, So after simplification, so means simplification process it has not shown here at this time. Okay, so after simplification we got the values for P3. There is no simplification because there is no only one equation, a naught a1 b naught b1. Okay, so it is only one. Then P2 is this one, P naught and P1 here. Okay, so once we after simplification, so how many outputs are there? That many equations will be there. Okay, so now after simplification, so we need to draw the block diagram, or directly if the equations are simple, so directly we can go for we can go for drawing the circuit. So now how to draw this one? First we need to write down how many the input variables like a naught a1 b naught b1, and how many outputs p3 p2 p1 p naught. Okay, then you can see the equation here. Each input, either it is, if you take a naught, either it is a naught and some places it is a naught bar. Similarly a1 bar a1, b naught bar b naught. Okay, and b1 bar b naught b1. So all the combinations it is used here, means a naught bar a1 bar b naught b1 bar and b naught bar. Okay, because of that purpose we need to take one line as a naught and one line as a bar, so a naught bar. So it is nothing but after the NOT gate it will be a naught bar. So just we need to what, for example, if you take P3, first one, if you take P3, okay, so now what are the inputs we have used? A naught a1 b1 b1, means all straight, no NOT gate. So a naught is connected here, a1 is connected, b naught is connected, b1 is connected, all together to AND gate, and directly it is given. But if you take the second one, in between OR term is there. Okay, there are two terms, two AND terms, one OR term. Okay, so because of that the two AND gates, one OR gate. If you take the P naught, there is straightforward only one AND gate, so one AND gate we have used and two inputs. And if you take P1, there are 1 2 3 4 terms are there, means 4 AND gates, one OR gate, and this is the P1. So like this, so what we have seen now, okay, so like this what we have seen what is a combinational circuit and what it means, what does it mean, what does a combinational circuit mean, and why it is required, means how it is made up of, and how we need to design the combinational circuit. Means as we have seen the block diagram here, first we need to define the problem statement, then convert into truth table, then that from the truth table we need to write the equations, then simplify the equations, then draw the logic diagram, and individual block we need to replace with the logic circuits or the circuit diagram. Okay, so this is how we need to design the, because why means why explaining all these things is because the module is the analysis and the design of the combinational circuit. Means we need to know how to first design the combinational circuit, then we can analyze. Okay, so before that, as we know, means we need to know what do you mean by combinational circuits. Okay, so combinational circuit is the one which will, the outputs are always dependent on the present inputs only, no memory elements will be there. So we have studied what is combinational and design sequence and what are the terms basically. So how many terms we are using here, what do you mean by truth table, okay, why simplification is required, and design of the one multiplication of two bit binary values. Okay, so this is all required to start the module 2. So this is just a review of the what are the things required for this module. Okay, in the next class we will see means according to the module 2 that whatever the syllabus is there.